I want to get into the conversations for today, and we're talking about go get your life back. Woo! Get your life back. Get your life back. Get your life back. Wow. Get your life back. I feel like preaching it. I remember the first time I heard that expression. It was in one of TD Jakes' movies that they tried to produce then. I think one of the women that would lose, then they used to sponsor some series, some movie production, and I think that was where I first heard that phrase, go get your life back. And I was like, really, where did they keep it before? Like, why do you have to go get it back? But with time, I started understanding what exactly that meant. And then there was another one, I don't know if that was Tyler Perry produced or still TD Jakes, but that one even had a song. It had a song to it. I wish I could sing the song right now, but one thing I know how to do very well is to la songs. I don't know lyrics, so I will la most of the songs, and then most of the part of the song. Then the one line that I know, I will not sing it with my full chest. So in that song, there's a part where they said, "Go get your life back." Okay, that's not the soprano line. The soprano line is up. It's high. And I just love that song. It's one of my favorite songs. Let me see if I can pull up the lyrics. I just use that to start the session. It says, "You wasted time looking for real love. You thought you knew what was best. Oh. La 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 la." Hey, Travis, lyrics. Let me pull it up. I'll use this special number. Oh, this song was done by. No, this is not Donald Lawrence's version. Donald Lawrence. Oh my. I wish I knew I would sing, and I've gone to look for. I would have gone to look for these lyrics. All right. Donald Lawrence did something. Go get your life back. This part of the session, the guys just enjoy it. It's not every time that we'll be starting with serious academic something. So let's just a bit. Let me look for the lyrics of General, and then I'll give you guys a special number. I've never done this before in my life. Okay. If I can't pull these lyrics, then I will get right into talking. You wasted time looking for real love. You thought you knew what was best. Let me see if I can get that. Unfortunately, I can't pull it up again. I can't pull it. It's long. This song I'm talking about is an old one. Let me try one more time. Okay, if I don't see it, I'll leave it. All right, so that's fine. I did not see the song, so I cannot sing it. I'd have loved to sing it, but that was the beginning. You wasted time looking for real love. You thought you knew what was best. You need to rediscover who you are, fall in love with yourself, and get your life back. And then the soloist just takes it. I wish I could share the song with you guys. It will bless you. All right, so enough of song. Let me go back to class. All right, so get your life back. I'm just trying to share how I love this topic, because it's a time of empowering. It's a time of healing for somebody. It's a time of redemption. Get your life back. Just get it back. Get it back. So we've been talking about toxic relationship. How to identify one, and I would try to not even talk about anything that I've been talking about in the past weeks, so that I can move fast or faster than normal. All right. So let's say you've been in a relationship. The thing is, if you're in a toxic relationship, you're in a toxic relationship. It's not somebody that needs to tell you, because you know that you're losing something. A part of you is dying. A part of you is not yourself. And at that point, you'll know that you need help, as a matter of fact. So now that you have identified, if you missed the previous sessions, please do well to watch them on my handles here. They're not yet on the YouTube page, but by God's grace, in the course of the week, It'll be up. I think part 1 is up already. Yeah. Yeah, but part 2 and 3 not yet up. All right. So now that you have identified, you have discovered that this place you're in called relationship is not working, it's not healthy, it's detrimental to your mental balance and sanity, and if you stay here you're just going to lose it all. Like this life can be better. Like no, I can't deal anymore. You see, once you have gotten to that point where you know that this thing is not working, it's a wrong place for me, I deserve better for myself, this person doesn't have my good at heart. Once you have gotten to that point, the next thing you need to start telling yourself is, how do I move on from here? You see, this thing I'm saying is something that a lot of people shy away from confronting. That knowledge that now I need to move on. I need to go beyond this point. I need to pick up the pieces of my life and move on. A lot of people are afraid to get head on with that consciousness. Many times it's because they feel like, I have put in too much, I have lost a lot already. Sometimes they start thinking about what people will say, how people will respond, what people will think, how they may have disappointed this person or that person, how at some point their friends or family try to warn them about this guy they got this lady they got in a relationship with, and because they were all in their heads and drunk in love, they thought that they were doing the right things, and now how do they get back to these same people to say, yeah, that person you warned me about actually checked out and everything you said was true. So they're burdened with a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, low self-esteem, morale is down and out, and they're just wondering, where do I start from to face the fact that I know I messed up and now I'm stuck. But that is the first thing. You need to accept it. You need to accept it. This is where I am. This is what's going on in my life right now. I'm not liking it. You have to accept it first. Do you understand what I'm saying? You need to look yourself in the mirror. Sit and look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, is this the kind of life I imagined for myself? Is this what I thought about? Yeah, maybe I didn't know exactly how it was going to happen, but is this the comfort? Is this the joy? Is this the peace? Is this the fulfillment I imagined for myself? You want to sit down and ask yourself that critical question. And if the answer is no, then you need to accept it. Okay, something is wrong here and something needs changing. All right, you need to accept it. So sit in the mirror, sit beside yourself, and then ask yourself the questions. What's going on in my life? Do I like this? Can it be better? Is there a way out? All right, doing that helps you to take responsibility for the state that you're in at that time. This is where a lot of people have issues, because they want every other person to take responsibility for them. They are hoping that one day somebody will help them to take a decision that pertains to their lives. I love something one of my friends used to say, and I love this so much I started using it. I told him, he says, I don't have any problem with you if you don't take me seriously. I actually don't have any problem with you. Like, I don't blame you. It's yourself. It's your choice. Do you understand? You can choose to not take me seriously. That's fine. The problem is, am I taking myself seriously? Like, I won't say because you are not taking me seriously, then I wouldn't take myself seriously. Because after that, nobody takes me seriously. No. If you like, don't take me seriously. That's fine. I take myself seriously. All right. And if my serious is not serious enough for you to now accord me that respect, then no problem. Maybe our paths are meant to be different. So go your go and I go my go, and every day our day. If you don't understand that pidgin I just spoke, consult your dictionary. But I mean, that's what it is. So if you're not taking me seriously, no problem. But be on your own lane. I take myself seriously. All right. You need to get to that point where you're taking responsibility for yourself. Yes, you messed up, you made some wrong decisions, you thought you're looking for the fame, you're looking for the life, you're looking for this. Sometimes you don't even know what you're looking for, just definition and a sense of meaning and essence. And, you're just looking for it in all the wrong places until you're hurt and beaten. And then you tell yourself that, no, this thing is not working. I'm talking to people who have gotten to that point where they realize that I need to move on. Yeah. So accept it. Accept it. Don't lie to yourself. Don't deny it. Blessing says it's a denying something. Don't deny it. Tell yourself it has. I did something recently. I knew I would cast myself. I knew. I did something recently. I lost something very important to me. But before I lost it, the Spirit of God prompted me clearly. And I did not take heed to that prompt. A few minutes down the line, what happened and I lost that. And I feel angry, but I have to take responsibility that you could have helped it, but you didn't. So, do you understand what I'm saying? So my point is you have to own it. I yapped, fine, but this is where I am now, okay? How do I move on? Right? There are a few things, there's a kind of thinking I want you to have, because you see, the truth is that the quality of your thinking is the quality of your life. The quality of your thoughts are the quality of your life. The predominant thoughts in your head or in your heart or in your mind are your self-fulfilling prophecy. And that's why it's very important you pay attention to what you're thinking. But again, I tell people that beyond paying attention to what you're thinking, you also want to pay attention to how you are thinking. In the words of, Robert Kiyosaki, he says the thinking that guides your intelligence is more important than the intelligence itself. All right, and I think that explains itself. If you have a lot of evil in your mind and you're an intelligent person, you use all that evil to create things that will be destructive. All right, but if you're a great person and you're intelligent, you use all of that greatness and those good virtues to create something that is useful and helpful to mankind. All right. Also, there are people who are very smart, but they use all their smartness to focus on the negative things, on pessimism. All right, you share a nice idea with them and they tell you in a split second all the reasons why it cannot work. But tell those guys okay, how do we move forward? How do we know? They don't have the ability to engage in that kind of conversation, but they will tell you all the faults at once and they'll destroy that idea. That's negative intelligence. It's useless to you and to the world around you. Okay, so the thinking that guides your intelligence is even more important than the intelligence itself. And then, like I said earlier, how you are thinking is even sometimes more important than what exactly you're thinking. All right, because many times that is what determines the direction of your life. So I said there are a few thoughts I want you to have. One of them is that you are not helpless and you are not hopeless. All right, you're in a toxic space. You feel like the most of your life is spent. You feel like this relationship was just a mistake. Look at me, 5 years of my life, and this is where I am. You are not helpless and you are not hopeless. I want you to know that. All right. Because one of the things that the devil will do and that abuser and that toxic person will do is to begin to make you feel like you're hopeless. A lot of people tell their babes that, if I leave you now, you're gone. Like nobody will even value. Like look at you now, look at yourself. Is this one? Who do you think will trip for you? Like they'll talk you down. They'll let you know that you're so useless. You're not even good enough. You're this, you're that. And then you start feeling like, man, I'm just helpless and I'm just hopeless. No other person will look at me, no one will love me, I'm used, and this, like sometimes maybe people who have had a child out of wedlock or were married before, and then you feel like, I'm old material, nobody wants me, and then they tell you all of those kind of stuff. Listen, you are not helpless and you are not hopeless. I want that to sink in first. As you meditate on it, it will open up your heart to several other things that will help you find direction and find strength that you need. All right. So I just wanted to establish that one first. The moment you accept what I'm saying now as true, it begins to open up your mind to ways you can seek help and get better. All right. If you allow this to become your reality, then it opens up your brain to start finding a way to help you out. All right. That's how the brain works. That's how the mind works. If you say no, it cannot work, no problem. You shut all of the creative juices that are there. But if you say yes, this thing can work, there's a way out, then you're opening up all of those juices to begin to create the magic. And before you know it, you will find, solutions. So that was one thing. The other thing I want you to do is, you need to agree with yourself that you've had enough of this. The reason you have not walked out of that terrible situation in your life sometimes is because you don't consider that you have had enough of it. And this can be anything. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It can be anything. It can be with your laziness. It can be with your procrastination. It can be with your bad habits, your unhealthy habit. It can be with your lateness, it can be any area, not just relationship. You're still there because you have not agreed to yourself that I have actually had enough of this. Yeah, and by that I mean that you still tolerate certain things. You still compromise your boundaries all the time. You still compromise on your values and your principles. You still justify, that abuser. You say, he's actually a nice guy, but sometimes, maybe that 5 minutes madness everybody has, even me, I have my own. Even me, sometimes my head, I know I used to do anyhow. You are justifying that unhealthy behavior. You see, listen, everything you justify, you empower. All right. You can't overcome something when you justify it. When you're justifying a particular thing, you're actually empowering it to stay and continue having its hold in your life, because you are submitting yourself, all right, to the, as it were, you agree that it is just okay for you to be in that particular situation. I hope somebody understands what I'm saying. All right. So whatever you justify, you empower it, and whatever you make excuses for, you sustain it. So you're there saying, somebody else that just pissed off my girlfriend. That's why she was it's just that heat and, that transferred aggression. That's why she did what she was doing. Every time she talks to me like that, I just know, it's not her fault. Maybe, you are still giving excuses. If you are still giving excuses for that abuser, then you are sustaining that behavior. If you're still justifying their behavior, I know they are good sometimes. Everybody has mood swings. Everybody has the way they behave sometimes. When you justify that behavior, it's just because of the way I spoke to him. It's because I came late. It's the cloth I wore. When you keep justifying that thing, you are empowering it. So you have to agree to yourself that enough is enough. Yeah, I've tried. I've suffered enough. All right. God did not send me into this world to suffer in somebody's hand. All right. So I have tried. Now we need to talk about the way forward. Okay. You need to accept that. All of these things I'm talking about, it still has to do with the kind of thinking, your mindset, because many times the reason people stay in abusive and toxic relationships is because their mind has been messed up so bad that they cannot find the emotional strength or will, all right, to even know what to do or to accept wisdom when it is suggested at them. Yes, you can be so demoralized that even when you find help, you will not have the will to reach out for it. You just somewhat feel like there's no point anyway. You have so internalized that suffering and that condition that you think it's just okay, and maybe this is what I'm actually meant to accept in life. Listen to me. God has great plans for you. Say no to rubbish. All right. Don't settle for less. Don't settle for abuse and toxic behavior. So you need to agree with yourself. Let me see if I can pick up the pace a bit. Agree with yourself that you've had enough of this. Stop taking responsibility for someone else's bad behavior. All right. You are not the one that caused it. It's not you. Stop that thing. Stop it. Stop it. All right. You are not the cause. People behave nastily because they behave nastily, not because you caused them to behave nastily. All right. Because those toxic people, what they do is that they make you feel like you were the one responsible for their toxic behavior. All right. They make you feel like it was that thing you did or did not do that prompted or warranted their own behaviors. You need to tell yourself, it's not me. I'm not responsible. You need to stop justifying that behavior. You need to stop making excuses for it and tell yourself, I agree that enough is enough. We must move on. We have been on this mountain for too long and it is time to move. You need to agree with that. All right. The next thing I will say is, I've shared like 4 things now. I said, take responsibility first. Take responsibility. All right. Then I said you should know that you're not helpless and you're not hopeless. I said you should agree with yourself that you've had enough. The other thing I want to say is that you should, I think that's point number 4, is that you should seek knowledge. Seek knowledge. Listen to me. Where the help you need is in knowledge. It's knowledge you need. It's not sympathy or it's not pity. It's not, it's not financial help. If somebody can just give me help, if somebody just borrow me 200K, I just know that I can sort out it's not financial help you need. What you need is knowledge. You need in pidgin English, you need sense. Yes, that's what you need. All right. So you need to get knowledge. You need to seek for it. You need to look for it. The Bible says that if you search for wisdom, as you search for silver and for understanding, as for hidden treasures, it says that you will find it. All right. So you need to search for it. You need to go for knowledge. And many times when I tell people, go for knowledge, there's that quick follow-up question like, what exactly am I looking for? And this is one thing I tell people. I say, first of all, go online and ask a question that is pertaining that situation that you're going through. All right. If you're always quarreling with your partner, go online and say, why am I always having issues with my partner? Why am I always quarreling? Why do we always misunderstand ourselves? Why? My point is, it's very easy to find help. You just need to be willing to look for it. Go online and type those keywords on YouTube, and materials will come out. Type it on Google, and materials will come up that will begin to address the things that you're going through. A number of people who were with narcissistic partners did not know what was going on. They thought they were the problems. They thought they were just terrible people. They're just hopeless, useless, until they started seeking knowledge and discovered that, wait. Could it be that I am doing my best and all of this was not even my fault? And then they started seeing traits and they started seeing qualities, and some of them even saw things that were verbatim their own experiences. And they said, wait, I'm not the problem. It's like, it's not me. It's like this thing is actually a thing with this kind of people. And that was where they started finding help. You see what I'm saying? But you need to wake up, take responsibility yourself, and then go seek for knowledge. So like I said, go online and type, how can I get out of this? Describe what it is you're going through. My partner speaks to me like this. What could I be doing wrong? Just share, go online and look for materials. First, you will find that one. While that is quite vague, or, go to particular authors or speakers, people have content in this light, and then go and dig up their materials. Okay? So, for example, Dr. Kingsley is popular in this space. You say, okay, I want to find out about domestic abuse, and then you go there and type Kingsley Okonkwo domestic abuse, so that you see if any of his messages where that is referenced comes up, and then you watch that. My point is, go online and seek help. Go and get knowledge. Stop this your pity party you've been hosting. All right, people don't want to attend. That's why you're still looking for guests. All right, so go and seek knowledge. It's very important. And I said areas you can check for knowledge are, first, describe the kind of situation you're going through. Describe whatever question it is you have in mind. Put it up online, and you'll find resources to help. You also want to learn about self-love. I think the last time I spoke about self-love was in 2022. Maybe I should talk about it again. You want to learn about self-love. You want to discover that nobody can love you better than you love yourself. I'm talking about no human being. All right. It's only God who can love us beyond our weaknesses, beyond our shortcomings, beyond all of our limitations. All right. And he loves us just the same way he loves Jesus Christ, his son. That's the same measure of love that the Father has lavished on us, as scripture says in 3 John 2. All right. But you need to know that no human being will place more value on you than you have placed on yourself. So you want to start finding out about your own true value. You want to go and learn about it. Who am I? What makes me valuable? What do I bring to this world? And I'm not talking about your external beauty or anything that God gave you from birth. I'm talking about what value have you developed in yourself with which you can bless your world with which people can say, I blessed the day I encountered this person. So area of my life was impacted greatly. Do you understand? Those are the things you need to find out about yourself. And everybody listening to me, the truth is, there are areas where you can be a blessing to your immediate environment and to the world at large. You see what I'm saying? So you want to take time to seek knowledge, seek information, go and get materials about self-love. Learn how to value yourself and understand the true value that God has placed on your inside. Learn how to pay attention to your own well-being and your happiness. This is what self-love is about. So if you're in a relationship where you're really not happy about a particular situation, but you have to keep accepting it all the time, you have to keep bending backwards all the time just to make every other person feel happy, make every other person feel good, and then you are always the one taking the fall and feeling sad, having an unhappy day that every other person is glad at your expense. No. You're not helping yourself. It's not a healthy behavior. Perhaps when I speak about trauma and trauma imprints, we'll address some of the root causes of those kind of things so that you understand it. But my point is, you need to start loving yourself, and you need to start being committed to your own well-being and to your own happiness. All right. So you have to take care of your own needs, right? Sometimes you're stressed out and all you really need is a good rest. But everyone already knows that, is it not hard? Just call her, she will help you. No, she can do anything for you. She can even take a bullet for you. And you're there smiling and say, it's true, I can do anything for you. Shut up. Stop doing everything for everybody. Take care of yourself. Because there are many times where you know that the answer to this favor somebody is needing, the real answer is no. But the moment you open your mouth, you can't say no. Yes, you will say. But you know, this thing will stress me. I have a lot already on my plate. I can't take this additional favor. I can't deliver on this. I can't meet up. But what do you do? Oh, yes, okay, just bring it there. Just drop it there. We'll look into it. That's how you're going sleepless nights. Every time. All right? Stressing yourself out. Losing your own resources. You're taking loans and all of that just to meet up unnecessary expectations that people have heaped on you that you actually have the power to say no to. All right? That's part of self-love, realizing that I need to, uphold my own boundaries, uphold my own wellness, and at certain times I need to disappoint some people. I need to disappoint some people, and they will be angry with you, but it's just okay. As politely and as graceful as you can, you let them know, I'm sorry, I cannot gratify this request of yours, I can't grant it, but please bear with me, perhaps some other time. If they don't like it, that's okay. And people used to say this thing, don't vex. And sometimes I used to add, I'll tell you, don't vex. So, but even if you vex, it's not my headache. The answer does not change. I cannot help you. So don't vex, but in case you want to vex too, it's also fine. I can't help you. All right. Sometimes you need to get to that point where you prioritize your health and stability. Nobody will do that for you. The unfortunate thing, if you don't do that for yourself and you break down or anything happens to you, guess what? Everybody moves on. They move on quickly. And then when you get well, guess what? The same people who didn't even check on you when you were down and when you were out and when everything went south, the same people who didn't check on you, once you're back, you see them coming again. Oh, how are you? Good to see you again. So can we continue from where we stopped? You will not know where you almost said somebody can punish you. You understand what I'm saying? Because where were you when things were falling apart and nothing was working? And then I was down and out, and then now I'm back up. You want to use me again and put me in that same point. Listen, if you don't learn what it means to take responsibility, to love yourself, all right, then you won't know how to stand up sometimes to toxic behavior or to a toxic environment. You'll just be there taking it all in. All right, so I'm still talking about the kind of things you want to learn when I say seek knowledge. All right, you want to learn about self-love. If you love yourself, you protect yourself. I told somebody one time that she loved her phone more than she loved herself, and she kind of took offense, until I gave an illustration, and she saw clearly that she was treating her device a lot better than she was treating herself. You see, so that's what actually happens. When you love something, you take care of it, you protect it, you keep it away from harm. But then why do you expose yourself to harm knowingly that this is harm? You know that you are lightheaded, that the smell of alcohol alone, you will get high and you will misbehave. You know it. But every time they say, oh, let's go hang out and have some drinks, you carry yourself and say, okay, fine, let's hang out and have some. And you have been fooling yourself since the first day you started this thing in secondary school. Now you have finished university, you have finished NYSC, you are working now, you are still behaving like, this particular behavior will always land me in embarrassment, but you're still doing it. You see, you are not taking care of yourself. You don't love yourself. What you're demonstrating with that is that you will protect other things from harm. You will protect your phone from harm. You will protect your iPad from harm. But why are you not protecting yourself from what you recognize as visible and clear harm to your life? Can you see now that you value your properties more than you value yourself? Some people value their bank account or the money in their bank account more than they value themselves. So they will do everything to make sure they don't lose that money. But they will be very careless with their lives, careless with their decisions. You know what it means? You still don't value yourself. So there's a lot you need to learn about self-love. In that whole expose, you would learn how to even understand your value, how to self-esteem. You understand how to find your value and then how to rightly esteem that value. You see, you'll find that out. Because like I tell people all the time, self-esteem is basically how you rate yourself. Your re-rating might be 100 over 100, but you by yourself, you don't look at yourself, you say, let me manage 25. 85, that's your rating of yourself. But you see, with more knowledge, with more awareness, with more empowering, you will be able to rightly rate yourself 100 over 100 comfortably and know that, yes, this is me. I deserve it. Do you understand that? So there's a lot you need to learn about. And that's why I would tell people, it's not by relation. Stop seeking external validation. It's not relationship that will make your life meaningful. Go and get a meaning for yourself first. It's not your partner, it's not your lover that will make your life meaningful. Please stop it. I know deep down every human, there's that quest for validation, that quest for belonging, and you just want to be accepted. Yes, it's true. We all have it because we're human beings, right? It's there. But what I'm letting you know is that stop placing that level of validation or value on external things or on other people. Find it for yourself from within. And like I always tell people, go and find your value from the word of God if you're a believer. All right, see the beautiful things God has said about you. Just look at creation alone and you see that you're created in the image and the likeness of God. That tells you that you're wonderful, that you're special, fearfully and wonderfully made, the Bible says. All right, so point is, go and seek knowledge, because the more you improve in your knowledge, that is the real liberation that you will need. That is the real liberation. It is that knowledge that breaks the chains. All right? It is truth that liberates. They will know the truth and it will set them free or make them free, as the case may be. There's a portion of scripture I love very much. It says that the Spirit of the Lord is upon me because he has anointed me to preach deliverance to the poor. Preach deliverance. To preach deliverance, not to go and scatter the chains, so to go and announce, hey, you have been set free, you have been delivered. That's how powerful knowledge is. That is what you need. See, go and seek knowledge and you will find where it was written of you that I have been set free, I'm delivered from this challenge. Do you understand? So that's how powerful knowledge is. It is knowledge that empowers you. The real freedom you need is knowledge that will deliver it, not sympathy. Not sympathy. Some people come to you for help sometimes and you're kind of moved to help them, but before long you discover that what they are really enjoying from you is that sympathy. Because you try to suggest different things ways they can take responsibility and move to the next level. No, they don't want that. All they want is that pity. Pity me now. That's what they really want. You see? So the real freedom you need is knowledge that will supply it. Not sympathy, not begging left, right, center. Oh, pray for me, remember me your prayers. So anything I do, you pray for me. This life, it's just God. It's just God. Just remember me. See, take responsibility, please, please, please. All right. I've spoken to that point enough. Yeah. So other things you need to do. Now that you are aware that these things are toxic and they're not helpful, I need to find a way out. One of the things I tell people is enough of secrecy. You see, one thing that some of you guys do, like yourselves, you're in a relationship that is not working. Everything is one kind. You know that this thing is not making any sense, but you are keeping it all to yourself and working very hard to paint a perfect picture to the world out there. Everything is okay, you snap nice pictures with your bae and you're doing. Stop that rubbish. Who are you trying to impress? What kind of problem is all this one? Who are you trying to impress? Stop it. Something is going wrong critically in your life. You have to address that. All right? So enough of the secrecy. Hey, that's your pastor you have been lying to since. Everything is okay. Yes, in fact, we'll soon get married. He's coming to see my people next 2 months. And nothing like that. In fact, he has been telling you he will break up with you since you have seen another girl that he's fooling. And just say, no, it's okay, yes. We'll come and see you next week. You are lying to yourself. Stop it. All right? Enough of that useless secrecy and self-deceit. Enough of it. Those family members you've been lying to that everything is well, everything is not well. Call them and say, it's a lie, I'm losing my mind, come and help me. Do you understand it? Stop the secrecy. Stop the self-deceit. Some people even come to therapy and they are coming. Oh, come on now. You are coming to try and make yourself look good in my eyes. You are coming for help and you are proving that everything is okay. Everything is okay. Everything is, come on. Many times we see through that defense. Do you understand? But the truth is, like I tell people, it is what you tell us we will use to address the situation. If you are telling us wrong things, no problem now. There are places we will not get to if you don't permit us to get into those places. There are times we're looking at people and we see what the problem is, but because there's still that guard there, they're not letting you in, and you cannot force them. What is it? You will not force them now. Have you not seen people that even used to deny word of knowledge? Word of knowledge, clear word of, this one, the Spirit of God is speaking to tell you, no, it's a lie. They after church, you're not sacred. Pastor, I was ashamed that, it's me. That thing you were saying is true. So I should do what now? So please, enough of that secrecy. Look for a trusted person around you that you can open up to. Uncle, nothing is fine yet. Nothing is fine. No, I'm nowhere. I'm not. As you're hearing my voice, so I'm nowhere. Help me. Cry out to somebody that you trust. Look for someone that you can cry out to. It can be a family member. It can be a friend. It can be a pastor. It can be a therapist. It can be a lawyer. It can be a medical doctor, depending on what the case is. So, don't go and carry medical case now to lawyer. So it depends on what kind of issue it is. A coach, just look for somebody you can trust, a professional in that space. A professional counselor. At least one thing is sure: the oath of secrecy. Do you understand? So if you say I don't want anybody to judge me, counselor will not judge you. Do you understand? Look for somebody and cry out. All right, because the more you stay in silence, the more you are endorsing, you are sustaining, you are giving excuses, you're justifying all of that behavior, and it is detrimental to your well-being. Stop it. All right, so enough of that secrecy. You need to open up and let somebody know what exactly is going on in your life. That might just be where you will find help from. All right, I know how many people have told me they saw, they got to hear my, they got to join these sessions from references. Somebody referred them. Check out Coach Mayzy. Check what he said about this. And and this is just one. There are several. The truth is, once you open up your heart to seek help, trust God to find a way to locate you with that help you need. You understand it? God knows how to find you. He knows exactly where your address is, and He knows how to get your attention. All right? But open up your heart. So enough of the secrecy, enough of the self-deceit. Please, you want to cry out. You want to look for somebody that can help. All right. Now, another thing that we tell people to do is maybe you're just coming to the point of acceptance that, okay, this relationship is unhealthy and I need to find a way out. And then, of course, it's not easy. Usually, it's not quite easy to just disconnect and go, because trust me, the hold that a toxic person has on their victim is more than physical. It's mental, and that is the biggest place somebody can be changed. You've seen those illustrations where an animal is conditioned to believe that, it is tied to a particular stick. All right. And even when that stick is removed, or when it is no more tied, the fact that that stick is there, and there's a rope on its neck, it thinks that it is still tied to that stick, and you can leave it there for hours. It's not going anywhere, because previously when it tried to escape, it met resistance, or maybe it was punished for trying to escape. And so even when that barrier has been taken away, even when that chain has been released, you see, people are still staying and comfortable in bondage. And that's why I refer to that scripture that says, deliverance is proclaimed. It is announced. You have been set free. Come and find out. You are free. Get up and move on. All right. So enough of the secrecy. That's just the point I was trying to explain. Okay. Another thing we tell people is learn to keep a journal. Keep a journal. Describe all those experiences you're going through. Write it somewhere. Your notepad, have somewhere secure where you can keep a journal of everything that, as it comes to mind. Just be writing it down. This thing happened the other day. This is what I said. This is what she said. Or this is what he said. Write it down. If you have evidences, if you have pictures, videos, text messages, screenshots, all of those things, you know what? Gather them first. You feel need them later. You may need it later. All right. Especially in cases of marriage where everywhere don't cast and you may need that evidence. You may need it. All right. So keep a journal. All right. Someone shared with me a journal she kept many years ago when things were just going somehow in her relationship. And some years later, she stumbled on materials about narcissism, and she could not believe that the things she was watching online were describing almost word for word the situations that she had written down many years ago. So if she didn't keep that journal, when the time came many years later, she wouldn't know that, so this thing that is happening is not my fault, or this person is just not a good person. Do you understand? So sometimes that journaling can help you, helps you express yourself, helps you have evidence. Because you know another thing about toxic people is that they can be very manipulative. Do you know that the most toxic people in the world, right? There are people around them who think that they are the best thing in the world. In fact, every other person feels like, oh, you are so lucky to be dating this brother. Oh, this girl, very nice, gentle somebody. Oh, you are lucky, my brother. Oh, only you know what you are going through. It is only you that know. They say who wear the shoe is the one that know where it's pinching. So every other person thinks this guy is fantastic, he's very good, he's very nice. They should only ask you what exactly is going on. You see, because for these guys, externally to every other person, they're just wonderful. They know how to see. They know how to create and serve a narrative. To the extent that the day you come out complaining about them, everybody will say, it's you that is the problem. It's you. We know that brother. Very nice somebody. In fact, everybody, if not that you have said you want to marry him, I have 16 other girls I would have recommended to him. Let him choose from there. You are lucky. Now you are wondering, is it the same person that is showing me Shenge that they say I'm lucky to be with? You see, why? Because these guys have perfected the act of manipulation. To every other person, they are just wonderful people. But to you, you know exactly what your eyes are seeing. All right? So sometimes keeping all of those journals becomes your proof. When push comes to shove, when it's time to tender evidence, you know, sometimes it is only those proof that will make people see that this person is not what we think. Really? How is all this going on? Do you understand? Because you kept that journal. All right. So it's very important that you keep those kind of things, evidence, voice notes, recordings, whatever. Just know that just guard yourself with those things, because you may need it at some point in your life. All right. I've talked about, I don't know if I explained this point, but let me just put it the way I wrote it. Accept help when you see it. Stop pretending to yourself. I spoke about that before. When you see help, accept it. Please stop denying, stop pretending, stop lying to yourself. All right. Stop trying to be good in the sight of every other person. Have you seen people who are having very terrible quarrel, but tomorrow is one of them's birthday, and then they post all manner of things? Oh, the best in the world, love you to the moon, and after the moon, I come back, and everywhere in the world, you know. But these people are not seeing eye to eye, and that's at the moment they are posting that thing. You know, who are you trying to impress? To what end? You know, we have to be delivered from validation seeking, from people that don't matter. Yes, there are people that should validate you. Yes, all right, moderately, but don't put your life on that validation. You are more valuable in yourself than that validation. All right, so please, it's not the validation that makes you important or valuable. It's because you are valuable that other people are identifying with. And even if they don't identify with it yet, but you identify with it yourself, that is excellent. That's why I told you, if you don't take me seriously, that's good and fine. It is you. But me, I take myself very seriously. If you think I'm not valuable, no problem. It's your opinion. Me, I am very valuable. It's not you that will tell me my worth. I know my worth. If you cannot see it, then you are not up to it now. You don't have what it takes to recognize greatness when you see it. That's exactly what it is. Are you getting it? All right, Lawrence, I see your request to get on my live. So let me know if this is a mistake or if I should honor it. All right, just let me know in the comments. So maybe it's a mistake. All right, so all right, so I've talked about that. Accept help when you see it. Please accept help when you see it. Then another thing you're going to do is, because right now you know that you're trying to find your way out, all right? Try to start being less dependent on that partner. Now, there are people who have structured their relationship life in a way that from the moment I spoke your name, all of my problems became yours. The day somebody asks you out is the day you open account in their life. Oh yeah, all my problems, come and solve it. Stop it. You have to start learning to detach from that level of dependence. Because many times the grip that people have over you is the level to which you depend on them to run your life, to live your life. So gradually, you want to start breaking away from that dependence. If you don't have any form of empowerment or economic empowerment, you want to start asking yourself, how can I get a job? What skill can I learn? Which new thing can I? You need to. I remember a case, this was a marriage, a couple, when the woman had to depend on Oga for everything. And then she started hearing messages like that. She told herself, oh, wow, maybe I need to start having some value to myself. And then she went and learned how to sew. He didn't even know about it. One of her coaches supported her. She, paid for classes and she learned that. And then before she started making, and the guy is wondering, where did you get that? She said, I sewed it. Oh, you can sew? I can sew. Okay. And then she started making clothes for people gradually. She used somebody's machine, started making some money. And then she saved up. People gave her money. And then she bought her own machine and brought to the house. And the man looked and said, you have sewing machine? How? When? I bought it. How did you buy it? That thing I sold the other time. The other one I sold. And the guy is wondering. Many times, what's happening is those people are wondering how you are able to move on with your life without them. And that is what they have a problem with. Because they suppose that you cannot make progress if you're not depending on them. So by the time they begin to see that this person is moving on, clearly without me, that might be the wake-up call some people need to know that, I better adjust my behavior. And in this case, the man was just shot. His wife has started moving on. Now she's not disturbing him for anything. No, he did not drop money. He did not drop money there. And I use that one to show that I'm the man or I'm powerful. Now she's not disturbing you. Drop money or don't drop. When you go out and come back, you see food. She wants to buy something. She's not asking you. She has bought it. The other day, this gas finished in the house. So before, you will use that one to show macho. Now she's not asking you. She has bought gas and put in the house. Yeah. And Oga knew that it's like my power is going away gradually. And he had to align himself. Do you understand? So my point is gradually, now that's an example of people who are married. If you're not yet married, it's even better for you, right? Because you're not even living with this person. So just start reducing your level of dependence on them. If it's before every day, they would have waited for you to say, send me, how did you say that thing? Send me, how do people ask for top up again for data? Send me data, be recharged for me. There's one grandma that used to speak that time. Now nobody's sending you that message. Nobody's telling you, please, if you don't mind, can you just urgent 2K? No. So start reducing your dependence on that person. Start reducing it. Because the truth is, that's what feeds their sense of superiority and relevance over you. All right? That's what feeds it. Because they know you can't exist without them. You can't survive without them. All right? So start cutting that dependence. Start cutting it. You have a life. And I'm paying attention to yourself. All right? And you'll be surprised how that will lead you to a level of freedom. Let me wrap it up. It's already my time, but I didn't start early. Those of you who missed the beginning, we're just chilling, and there was a song I wanted to sing for you people, but as usual, I did not know the lyrics, so I could not sing it finish. But maybe another day I'll go and sing it. It's a song about this topic. Sub for me. Thank you, Real Convos. Thank you. Sub for me. That was the expression I was looking for. Every month, sub for me. What's sub for me? Amos, just give me 500. 500, I'll buy how many MB? I'll use it for WhatsApp and Facebook. Sub for me. Stop doing sub for me. Sub for yourself. And sub for others. You forbid. My dear, this final point. Is it the final point? Oh no. I have 3 points to go. Let me move quickly. Now, this other point, pay attention to it. Start planning your exit. Start planning it. Alright? Start planning your exit. Now you have been doing all of these things, you gather some evidence, you're getting your life back. Oh, there's one point I missed earlier. That point where I talked about enough of the secrecy and all that. Okay, I said open up to other people, open up to family members and all. Start planning your exit. Start planning it. The thing about this exit plan, don't discuss it with anybody that you're mutual friends with this abuser. No, they should not know about it. But just start planning it. And the thing about this exit is very key. Take note of the following points I'm about to give you. Alright? You have to, when you escape that escape, you have to completely cut ties with this person. Completely. Do you know that there are people who have been murdered because they tried to escape a relationship with an abusive person? The guy tells you, or the girl tells you, if I'm not having you, then nobody is going to have you. I'll kill you and I'll kill myself. Have you heard people say that? So, you want to be very careful about this move. Don't discuss it with anybody within their space or someone with whom you have mutual connections. All right. Make sure you start raising the amount of money you need. If they're the kind of people who have visibility over everything in your life, your bank account, everything, then find a trusted person with whom you have arrangement. Be holding this thing for me. I will come one day. Any day I call you like this, please bring it out and give me. All right. You have to manage information. You have to be very discreet because this is your life that you're trying to save. All right. And then after you have started planning that exit, make sure it's a place that they don't know. So this is one thing some people do. While you're in a relationship with this person, of course, you have shared your full life with them. They know your father's house, they know your auntie's house, they know all your brothers, all your siblings, they know their houses, they know all your best friends. In fact, they have all their numbers, they have their house, and that's one thing with toxic people and abusers and all these narcissists, right? They try to have control. So they try to have access to everything that's important to you. So we even offer to help you keep your international passport and your birth certificate and all your credentials. You think they are offering you help. You don't know it's collateral they are holding. So that when you want to run, they will say, I know where to cash you. You need this thing. I will not release it. Yes, some people do that. All right. So you need to be smart. And that's why you needed to acquire knowledge first. Because if you've been watching all those videos, all of those things I said, you should look out for. In it, you will find scope on how to escape successfully. You will find things that will tell you, do this, don't do that. Do you understand? Knowledge will liberate you. You will even learn how to live in the same house with the same person that has been a threat to your existence, and you'll be able to moderate things a little bit more. You will even learn how to, come on, man. You will even learn how to start playing the abuser. You will play their script for them. They will confuse. They will think they are the ones playing you. They will not know now that they are being played. I'm telling you, this is what knowledge does to people. I know exactly what I'm saying. I don't want to give some kind of examples now because it will look like I'm describing some people's story. But you will so learn it that when you see them come with this card, you will know the exact card to use and follow them. Because you are trying to get them to do this and that and that and that, so that you also get your evidence, so that when it matters, you will have it to present, and then you will be, you just be playing them like football, and they'll be following you. At the end of the day, you have everything you need. When it's time to escape, when you present your card, everybody will know that, yes, this person is right. And that might just be what will save you. So you not every time cry. Oh, what I'm going through a lot. Calm down, and apply yourself to sense. All right. So plan your exits, and this thing I'm saying, you have to take it very seriously. So when you've perfected your plan, of course, they don't know. It's not that your brother that they know his house. It's not their friend. It's not their sister. It's not their brother. Look for the neutral party that they don't know. All right, and then escape to that person first things first, and then from there coordinate the rest of your escape. Some people even stay with you, plan everything to the point that you will even sponsor their escape from you. You will not know that you have sponsored it. Those are people that have A1 in this thing. All right. You think all of you are traveling together. You don't know that. Let me not boast some codes. You will think that is what we are preparing is for all of us. You will not pay attention to the details. They booked the ticket. You think that all of you are going to the same destination. It's the one they gave you your own. You don't see their own, but you're the one that paid for the ticket. Before, when it's time, you will go left, they will go right. Is it at the airport you want to start creating one kind of scene? They'll just tell you bye-bye, you are gone. You don't know where they are going. All right. So the point is plan it and make sure it's very discreet. All right. Not anyone that they have access to. Now, this other thing I want to say, take note of it. If you're the kind of person that the phone you're using was given to you by this person, or your tablet or your SIM card, they gave it to you. Listen, when it's time to go, you have to donate that thing back to them. Yes. Because you might not know that thing you have, this abuser has envisaged that one day this person will get mine and will try to break free from me, and have planted a tracker or knows how to identify or track that device anywhere that you are, or perhaps have even cloned your SIM and are privy to some of your sensitive conversations. You understand what I'm saying? And transactions too. All right, people do all of these things. So you want to, if they have donated something to you, but they gave you as gift your birthday, calm down. Donate it back to them. Leave it in the house. Leave it with them, or leave it somewhere and run away. Why? Because there are times too where people have been able to be tracked using their cell phones, and then they were able to be found out when they thought they were hiding. All right. So if you want to run, drop everything that will link you with them, especially in this IT age. They gave you smartwatch. They gave you this fine phone. It's very beautiful. While you used it, it was good and fine. Now drop it back. Go and find one TNA phone. And use it to escape first. Later, you buy a new phone again in your life. Amen? But for now, escape and leave those things, because many times you will be... I mean, you see it in the movies now, don't you? Somebody's running away, and everywhere the person runs to, they're finding the person. And they now say, why are they always finding me? Oh, maybe it's my phone. Yes, it's your phone. It's your phone. All right. So, long and short is, your planning your escape has to be very discreet. It has to be in a place that they don't know. All right, and then execute your plan when it is time. Execute it and execute it well. All right. There are cases where people have gone to the houses of the parents of their partner and gone to cause a problem there because they knew the address. They knew. What if they don't know they cannot go to where the address that they don't know now? They will only look for you everywhere. When they don't find you, they may accept their fate in life. All right. And probably move on. But you have to secure yourself, because this is you protecting your life from potential harm. All right. So I said you have to cut off from them. Some of you don't even understand the level of cutting off I'm saying. Even in your social media, you have to block them, unfriend them. In fact, there are cases where you will have to create your own, a brand new, different social media profile with a different name, and you will not even post your pictures. You just use it to be catching crews and commenting and finding trouble up and down. But you will not post anything personal, because this person is looking for you anywhere. You see those things you watch in the movies, they are real. I say, click, I see you, it's good to see you again. All right. Yeah, those things you see in the movies, they are real. When they tell that person, pay only with cash, don't use a credit card, and the person saying, hi, what's there? You're not going to buy sweet in supermarket, you now use credit card. As you use credit card, they have picked you, they have picked your location. 5 minutes later, you see guns everywhere, and I say, oh, I did not know. You say, I should not use my card. Those things are real, they happen. All right. So when you're running away, you have to run well. No social media, because some of you don't know how you cast yourself on social media. You tell your boss that I'm not feeling fine, or can I take 2 days off? I'm going to the hospital. You say, okay, take care of yourself, rest well, or this work, it does not finish. Take care of yourself. Say, I'll thank you, sir, you're very kind. The upload you are posting on social media is, this party rocks, man, all night with the girls. Wow, mad fun. Mad fun. And you say you are sick, no problem. When you come to work, in fact, all your boss needs to do is to just like that post, and they don't like it and comment, wow, you guys really had fun. And then when you come, you now start explaining that, sir, it's not like that. So that video I posted, that is 5 weeks ago. It's not now. I was really in the hospital. Then go and snap picture and say, see me, you are finished. You see, so you need to know. You need to be wise in the use of social media. So if you're running away, please stay out of reach, stay out of radar entirely. Stay out of radar. Stay off social media. All right? Because, this is a small world. That person has already told one of his friends that, that my babe, she don't run. I don't know where she did. Say, not be she, I see the post, say, shutting down Abuja. She did Abuja. This Abuja. You have casted yourself. Do you understand? So stay off. Anyway, enough of that, right? Enough of that. The final point I'll say is, after all of these and you successfully escaped, please go and seek therapy. You need another round of therapy, because you have gone through a lot. It's not that you have really survived going through a lot. So now go and seek therapy, because you don't want to get into a new relationship just yet. There are people who cannot stay a day in their life without somebody telling them, oh, I miss you, I love you. They cannot survive one day, because they think that is what feeds their survival. That is most times a trauma behavior. All right. And those people need help. Don't be like that. There are people who, they break up from one relationship today. Next week, there's an active new relationship, brand new one. It's not like it was there before. No, it wasn't there. But as they broke up with you today, there's somebody that must fill in the gap tomorrow. That's, oh my God. Maybe I'll talk about that some other time. All right. It's a very, if you're like that, please, you need help urgently, because even this one that you are with now is a wrong one. Take it from me authoritatively. This one is wrong. It's not for you. You have been going back to back like that. This current one, take it from me, is wrong. It will not work. it will fail again. I'm not prophesying bad thing for you. I'm telling you predictive analysis. Because there's something fundamentally wrong there. You are not healed. You don't even know what you want. You are transferring your pain and your trauma from place to place. You're seeking help in all the wrong places. You can't find it there. You need to stay away. You need to find you. What you're looking for is deep within you. All right. It's not in people, but you need to find it away from all of those people. All right. So like I said, you've successfully escaped. Now seek therapy and then seek healing. Don't get into another relationship for a while. Don't. Stay away first. That's not what you need at this time of your life. You need healing, you need discovery, and you need recovery, full recovery. All right. While you're in all of this, please take as much care as you can for your mental health. Seek new environments, seek new experiences. All right. Start exercising. Be in the sun a bit, be out there. Don't just lock yourself in the room and be sobbing and sobbing. No, try to go out a bit. Physical exercise can help the state of your mind. To movement, all of that, helps to secrete some feel good hormones, and it helps your overall well-being. So go out there, register in the gym, or start going out, go for services, go to church, volunteer, be a worker, do something, right? Don't just sit down there and be crying that, oh, my life, this is what I went through. No. You need to pay attention to your mental health. You need to pay attention, to your mental well-being, and you have to care for yourself. All right. So I've said different things. Please do well to watch the video. If you're just joining us, we're about to close now. So I hope it's been a good use of your time. I hope you learned one or two things. I'm glad I was able to get it to this point, so I don't have to push any other thing over to next week. All right. So please share this video with someone will need it. Just post it on your page, on your wherever, your status, post it, let somebody listen to it. All right, go get your life back.